morning, vlogsters. Welcome back to my channel. I got coffee. Here, take my glasses off for you so you don't get a reflection. Look, I put the you and me sticker on it. I asked Jim, I said, this was really the sticker that I wanted the, oh geez, the sticker that I wanted the most. And I said to Jim, because we like both share the cups. And I said, if I put this one on this one that we got a handle for, is that not too feminine? He's like, no, I like that. Hold on, he just came in. Do you need me? Because I'll pause. He needs me, hold on. Sorry, everybody. Jim was headed to the grocery store to get stuff he wants to make for a special dinner tonight. Well, he wants to make one of his Nordic meals, my suggestion, because I like those Nordic meals a lot, and especially the salady type ones that are good for the summertime. Like, I know tonight is actually like a meal. Tonight is the pork, or the citrus pork chops, but it's like you basically take the sauce from the baked pork chops and you put it like over arugula with the onions. It's my favorite part. They have the oranges, I have the onions, and I'm okay with that. So today I was not going to put on my brace, and let me tell you about it, guys. And I'm not really sure if I told you about this yet, so forgive me if I have or haven't or whatever. So, I noticed last night, and I can't remember if this was before or after I talked to you guys, so forgive me. Like I said, I noticed last night that wearing my brace all day makes me have stinging back rash. Now, I've told you guys that the back of the brace rubs right across the back of the rash, which is why I wasn't wearing it for so long. But now that it's like, I feel better, it doesn't hurt as much on a regular basis, my leg wounds are healed, I'm like, I want to get back in life. And it's like a drug. The more life that you live more life of, then you want to have living more life. The more productive you feel, the more productive you want to feel. Anything that gives you endorphins, you want more of it. So, you know, Tuesday was a great day. Monday was a great day. Tuesday was a better day. Wednesday was a day I thought, okay, let me rest, because I just overdid it like the last 2 days. But I even still did stuff on Wednesday. And then Thursday, I just was like, did tons of stuff yesterday. And last night, I actually fell asleep. I woke up almost right away. And I had to roll over on the other side. Normally, I sleep on my stomach or on my left side. Sometimes I don't sleep on my left side. Sometimes I fall asleep on my left side. And then if I wake up enough, I go on my stomach. But last night, my stomach wasn't feeling good because my shoulders do arch back a tiny bit when I sleep on my stomach because of, like, the pillow and stuff. And then I ended up sleeping on my right side, facing Jimmy, pretty much the whole night. And then at 6 o'clock this morning, I had to pee. Sorry for TMI for people who don't pee, I guess. But this morning I had to pee, and I had to wake him up. And I felt so bad because it hurt so bad that I didn't wake him up all night to say, hey, it hurts so bad, could you see what's wrong? I just figured stay off of it, and as long as I can go back to sleep, it's okay. So I stayed off of it, and then I just had to the point where I was like, I had to go to the bathroom, so I had to roll over on it no matter what. And I just said, I'm sorry, can I just wake you up? And I laid on my stomach for a quick second. He looked, he adjusted it, because it had slipped all the way up, which is kind of weird. We usually do a pretty good job taping it, but so it did slide up, and he adjusted it, and then I was able to go to the bathroom, and I was up the rest of the morning. The physical therapist assistant who came and did physical therapy with me came this morning. She is so sweet. I think everybody who works with these things are so sweet. She was impressed with what I could do, and actually she showed me some more core things that I hadn't learned, which is good because I'm never too old to learn. I've told you guys that I do have a lot of trouble pulling in the core and not holding my breath. Apparently, I'm not the only one, but she did teach me a new one. And actually, I don't think it was new. I do believe Kelly showed it to me, but I don't think I know I didn't keep it in my daily regimen. So it like flew out of my head like once, like, I don't know, or maybe around Christmas. I think it just flew out of my head. So I got my book of exercises that I showed her. I showed her what we would. She said I was going to prescribe you all of these anyway. And then we talked about working on the core. She only is going to be doing a few sessions with me before I can bear weight on my leg. We're just going to work on the core a little bit. And then once I'm able to bear weight on my leg, they're going to come back, reevaluate, and teach me how to like walk again with both legs. I will tell you, it's kind of funny because I've been walking for like, I don't know, 49 years, maybe, and only not walking for a year. So I think I remember it. No, I'm kidding. I guess to do it without hurting myself, so it is what it is. She also was not happy that my rollator is falling apart. Did I ever tell you guys that the knobs come out of my rollator and the handles drop? So the rollator I got is from the big brand. What is it? Medifast? No, it's not Medifast. Mediline, I think it is. But I'll try to remember to put a picture or insert a picture of the logo, or I'll put the name in here. I got it from a local medical supply place. It was prescribed to me to be like plus size and to be heavy duty, certain width, and also they ask you how tall you are and everything. So I did tell him how tall I was, but I didn't tell him that I was very tall in the torso. So the one that I have, I told you my feet don't go flat to the floor, but it's as low as it goes. So anyway, the knobs because the handles are adjustable, the knobs are like these knobs that you screw in, and they dig into like the fitting inside the handle, and they're both, let's spin around in there, and they pop out, and then the handles drop down, and the physical therapist was not happy with that. And I didn't realize that I didn't show it to the PTA today was not happy with that. And I realized I didn't show it to the actual physical therapist or the occupational therapist the other day. Because it's not something that I'm so used to it at this point. Like, it just pops out, pick it up, put it back in. I never really think about, like, that isn't really safe. And I knew in the beginning when it first happened, it wasn't really safe. But for some reason, it just doesn't really, reoccur to me that that's not safe. And I guess that's that brain fog nonsense, that chemo brain. You and me, guys. This is my second cup of coffee, and if Jim, when Jim makes it, he makes it so good, but he put a little less creamer in it. So my first sip was like, expected it to be like much cooler, because obviously the end of the last cup of coffee is so much cooler. The first sip of this cup being hotter than the last one, it was like my mouth was like, oh yeah, I wasn't ready for that. Oh gosh. Anyhow. So she came, I was doing one exercise that she was like, you probably shouldn't do that anymore because it's not really good for your back. And I was like, oh, great. But I've been doing it for 6 months, over 6 months, because now it's like the end of January practically. No, it's like the middle. So we'll just say 6 months. So I've been doing it for 6 months, and I'm like, yeah, I shouldn't do that anymore. Okay. And then today, I told you guys my knee hurt yesterday when I got back in bed, and I vlogged that my knee was killing me. Today, my knee felt better, but when I was doing my regular, like one of the exercises, have one knee bent and to lift the other leg up to match the knee. And I know this is straight leg lifts, but I think it's called something when it's with the bent knee. What was happening was when I was doing my right leg, which normally when you do these leg lifts, like the first time, like I will be honest with you, I haven't done it every day since the therapy, because there were days that I was so sick. Like I've mentioned, I saved my energy to get to the commode, and I saved my energy to roll over in bed, and that was all the energy that I had. Picking the straw of my shake up to my mouth, maybe that was the second amount of energy that I saved. But anyhow, I didn't do physical therapy those days, but those days were like 1 or 2 days in a row, and then it was fine. But that third day when you start back, sometimes the muscles will get like a little tighter because they're, cooled off. But you know what it's like. If you work out Monday through Friday, Monday is always harder because you've taken off Saturday and Sunday or whatever. So anyway, I did these leg lifts, and usually the straight leg is the one that kind of like can ache if you haven't done it in a couple of days. So I was expecting, like, if there was ache, it would be there, because I didn't do physical therapy yesterday because I did all of the actual, like, work. So what actually was burning was the back of my hamstring and the bent leg. Every time I lifted the leg, I got a burn in the back of the hamstring. I was like, well, that's different. And she's like, that is different. She's like, that is unusual. So, it was just really weird. Like, that was weird. I don't know if that's ever happened to anybody, but it was just bizarre. But anyhow, this was the big craft project of the day. We got we got this on Amazon. I don't know. We got this cup. Jimmy and I went by ourselves. The last time we were by ourselves, the time I got food poisoning. I have no idea when that was. A year and a half ago. Maybe when Maverick was born. Maybe when Maverick was born. I'm having trouble. They're all blend. All the trips kind of blending together. But we got this cup, and then we got this on Amazon, like, not far after that. But I wanted to put this on, but I was like, give me the handle, which I don't normally use the handle at home. This is really great for traveling, because if you constantly do this out of the cup holder, this can come off. So I usually just use this, like, when we're traveling. So I asked him to give it to me, though, because I wanted to make sure that I put the sticker in a good place. Does that make sense? Like, I didn't want the sticker to be under the handle or to rub off or anything, like for the handle to like rub off when I'm putting it on and off stuff. So that's all. I thought it was really pretty. I love the way it looks. He's texting me. Hold on a second. I'm going to put you guys on pause. Sorry about that. I just want to make sure it wasn't Jim, and it wasn't. It was my niece. But from back here, all I can tell is it's somebody I love, because it starts with A. It starts with A, or AAA. And it was a family member, because for family members, I put their name and then an emoji that represents them. So, like, I have, not family members, I shouldn't say that, immediate family members. So, like my aunts or whatever, actually, that's not true. 2 of my aunts actually do have emojis. But anyway, that's beside the point. I just can tell it was somebody that I loved. It was just, couldn't tell who. So, just want to make sure it wasn't Jim. Anyhow, come back together. Today was hard. And that's what the whole point of telling you the story about yesterday. I have the back rashes, and I shouldn't be in my brace, and I shouldn't be sitting up here in the coffee vlog. But here's where I'm currently struggling mentally. I'm pushing my body in a way that I'm not supposed to. In a way that I know I shouldn't. But because it produces for me, let's say 1 out of every 2 days, it produces really well for me. I want that second day to be as productive. And it's very difficult when it's not. And I don't know if you guys can relate, but like, my brain woke up and was like, ton of mental energy. And I actually had some physical energy. And even after the physical therapist left, I had some physical energy. I still have some physical energy, but I know I can't spend any more time in this brace than I absolutely have to. And I don't really have to do it vlogging, but I want to do it vlogging. I'm tired of laying down. I know you guys understand this. I do understand. I do know that you understand, like, who wants to lay in bed all the time. But oh my gosh, I can't even tell you how bad it sucked. And I'm not trying to feel like, if you have to do it. You have to do it. And for as long as I had to do it, I just don't want to do it anymore. And now that I have the opportunity to sit up, my body is screaming at me, go lay down. And I'm like, no. So Jim literally was like, are you sure you want to get in the chair? I'm like, yeah, I think I want to vlog from the chair. He's like, what about your brace? And I was like, well, I have to wear the brace. And he's like, no. He goes, what about your rash and your brace? And I'm like, I know. I said, if I don't move around a lot, maybe it won't be as bad. It is still sitting right on it, but maybe it won't be as bad if I don't move around. Like yesterday, I was moving around a lot. And yesterday, I was sweating a lot too. And that also causes burning. So I'm just going to try to, like, I I had to put it on for the physical therapist. She wanted to see me put it on. And she wanted to see me get to the rollator and get out of the bedroom. That was part of the assessment. Well, not really assessment. It was part of the work we did today. We did some bed things. We did the brace. I showed her how I did it. I told her all of the problems with it, even though it's an occupational therapist thing to get me a new brace. But I showed her all the problems with it, like when they had cut it to make it sandwiched together. I think I told you this yesterday, sorry. When they cut it to make it sandwich better together, they cut where it gets narrow in the back. So now it's like, I don't know how else to describe it. Like it used to be like this. Do you understand? Like round like this and hugged me. Well, what they cut off these pieces that curved in. They cut off like these pieces that curved in. And now it's more like this. And it's very hard to get the outs. Like I have to like squeeze it. It's such a pain in the butt. But it's a pain in the butt I deal with every day. So I was telling her like, the way I have to store it, I have to put the back down first and put the top on top of it. However, that's backwards of putting it away and taking it off because I take off the front first. So, just a pain in the booty altogether. Now you know why I want the radiation. And I even told her that. I was like, I want the radiation. The reason I revoked hospice is I don't know about chemotherapy yet. Me and my doctor's still talking about it. I'm waiting for the test results. I'm waiting for the next scan. I'm going to wait for the test results. But I don't know. However, I do know that I want interventional radiologists to, I want the radiologist oncologist to give me radiation treatments on my spine. So I don't have to wear this anymore. Will I keep it? Who knows? Maybe I'll stick it in the garden and we'll use it like a planter. Maybe I'll keep it in case one of the other fractured, the spines goes bad or whatever. Whenever the other vertebrae fractures is what I meant to say. Oh boy. Chemo brain's bad. I was talking to her before and I was like, I just can't remember stuff. Like, she's like, no, I understand. And I kept saying to her, I'm like, and this is what I said to everybody, not just her. I'm like, wait, don't tell me the word. It's going to come. It will come. And I couldn't think of the word. They told me that I could use my right foot when I'm in the chair, either the wheelchair or the rollator, and I can use it to navigate. Not navigate, like a rudder. No, direction. Like I can't remember what she told me. They did tell me for toe touch, non-weight bearing, the toe touch is to help you with your balance. Don't bear any weight on it, but you can put your foot down on your toe just to keep your balance a little bit. I can't remember the word still, so it's not important. It just was one of those things, you know, that comes in and infiltrates forever and not be able to figure it out. So, today is Friday. I forgot to get weighed today. So, tomorrow I put it on the reminder thing. Well, it's not that I forgot to get weighed today. I like to get weighed before breakfast. The problem is I knew she was coming early. And I don't want to, like, have my workout right after breakfast, like, as food is digesting in my stomach. So I had my breakfast and my meds a little early today so that I could be ready at 9 o'clock when she got here. And I was, thank God. I was saying all this because my crooked letter wants to get into that craft room and clean it back, finish cleaning it up so bad. I don't even know the words. I just opened the door to show her. And I was like, oh, well, forgive me. I have a lot of organizing to do. I'm not mad at my husband. He does so much stuff for me. But the other day we did the Dollar Tree haul. And I actually said to him, I'm like, can I have the stuff to separate it for where it goes before you take it from me? And he's like, I already did that. And I was like, okay. So he put everything in the office that goes in the office. He said he put everything in the kitchen that goes in the kitchen. He put things in his office that goes in his office. And his snacks were over there on the other side of the bed. And I said, oh, where's my toothpicks? He goes, oh, I must have put them in the office. Oh, I need those toothpicks. And then he's like, I'll get them for you tomorrow. I said, and he'll get them for you now. I was like, listen, I'll use one of the old ones tonight. It's no big deal. It's late and you're tired. Then I'm like, where's the hand sanitizer? He's like, oh, it must be in the back of the office. I said, honey, did you take out your stuff and just put everything back in the office? He's like, I think I must have. And I was like, that's okay. I feel really bad. I was like, but now I can't even imagine what the space looks like because I don't have like a place to put like when I haul. I don't have like a, like before I used to have the couch and I would put like all the new stuff on the couch until I could divvy it up. And that was okay. I, you know, this is winter, this is summer, this goes in the, you know, but I don't have a place like that now. And it's like, is everything just on my desk? If it, excuse me for burping, I'm sorry. If it's on the floor, how am I getting it off the floor? I went to the Dollar Tree with Jim and I tried to find another grabber.